We're doing lab 4, which is simulating methods to estimate population size. We're doing activity 1, estimating population cover transects. And for that, you're going to need that population sheet, which is that blue, red, and green sheet. You're going to need a ruler, and you're going to need a writing utensil. Okay, so here's my population sheet, and what I've done is I took 2 pieces of printer paper, and I used some Scotch tape and taped it to the back of the population sheet on both sides. That way I can write on the printer paper instead of on the population sheet. And what I want you to do is I want you to have fun with this, because if you read the manual, it tells you that it doesn't matter the orientation of the transects. They can be horizontal, they can be diagonal, they can be vertical. It doesn't matter. They can all be in the same direction, or they can just be completely random. So I encourage you to be, be weird in one way. Either have all of them go in one direction or be completely random. And what we're supposed to demonstrate with the data is, because the data is supposed to be representative no matter what, we should all end up with similar results, okay? So a transect is, of course, the straight line that's being drawn by the ruler, okay? And you don't have to draw a line. You can just have the ruler there and follow it, okay? So I'm going to follow the first 2 marks that I have on the bottom. I have my ruler horizontal, and I'm going to go to 0, and I'm going to read what the color is above it. And then, making sure not to jar my ruler or move it, I'm going to read what the color is above 5 millimeters, 10 millimeters, 15, 20, 25, all the way to 10 centimeters, which is 800 millimeters. So this is not a lot of distance, okay? You can see 0, 5, 1, 10 millimeters, forgive me, 10 centimeters right there. So you can see that I can hold the whole thing in my hand. So that's all the data you're going to be collecting is 20 points. Now the one thing you cannot do is you can't make a transect with this ruler. Record the color over the 0, okay, and then accidentally jar your ruler. You can't do that. That's illegal, okay? Once you start taking data down, that ruler has to be nice and steady, and it can't move. Okay, so here's our data sheet that I uploaded for you, and I'm going to be on here on my transect, and at 0 millimeters I'm going to read, and it says blue. And then I'm going to read at 10 millimeters, and it says blue. Now I'm going to read at 10 millimeters, and it says blue, and blue, and red. Okay, so you're going to keep on doing that for transect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 2 trials. It's not that much work, but I am going to pause the video because it is boring to see, and I don't think you want to watch me, and I don't think I want to watch you. So I'll come back with data, okay? Okay, so here we are. We have some data here. And notice that down here we have some totals that we have to carry out, okay? So we're gonna have to count all the blues, all the reds, and all the greens. Don't complain because I did a lot of math for you on this spreadsheet. Okay, a little bit of counting is not gonna hurt us. So let's do the first one. We have 1, 2, 3. So I've got 13 blue. I keep on checking because the last 2 times that I did a share, Zoom muted me for some reason. It's not doing it now, but I don't trust it. Okay. 2, 5 red, and 3 green. And now what you do, to make sure you didn't make a mistake, you add all of these. Actually, you add all of them all the way to the end. You do a auto sum, and they should all come out to be, well, 21, I think is correct. See how this came out to 21? They should all come out to be 21. So let's do the next one. Okay, that's 12. I measured 7 there, or counted 7. And 2 green. Is that correct? Why is this thing not adding? It won't add until you have numbers there. Okay, fine. 21. Okay, let's keep on going. Okay, that's 13. See how things are changing over here? 2, 3, 4. 4 red. 2, 4 green. Okay. 21. Looks like I can count. Red. 4 green. How did I do? Good. This is fun, isn't it? Okay. Oh, apparently I put this where I wasn't supposed to. That's all right. I can move to the right. Let's move all of this to the right ones. Three, four, five. Okay. Okay, very well. So I've got all these added, my blues, my reds, and my greens. I have my totals. Okay. Your spreadsheet should do the same thing. And then I also have trial 1 and trial 2. If you want to see the formula, just press F2 to see the formula. Okay. But when you enter these numbers here, this will populate for you, and so will this. Okay, so here's the first part of this, and this is trial 1. This is trial 2. Okay, so blue, we had 65, 23, and 17. 65, 23, and 17. And for trial 2, we had 53, 29, and 23. 53, 29, 23. Now, to calculate percentage, is a percentage of this with respect to all. So what you do is you add all these, which I've done for you. Here's your total. So the percentage here is this number divided by this number. This one is this number divided by this number, and this one is this number divided by this number. Same thing over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the number of decimal points because I was reporting way too many decimal points. We're going to go like that. And over here, apparently, I forgot to multiply by 100. So you're gonna have to fix that. Go there, press F2, and then you're gonna do a Shift 8 to multiply and 100. And then click on that cell and bring it down to copy the formula. Okay. I'm gonna do it again just in case you missed it. Okay. So I forgot to do a percentage. I'm gonna make it bigger so you can see. Okay. So what do I do? F2 to edit. I'm going to multiply, Shift 8, 100, enter. Now click on here. I'm going to put the cursor in the lower right hand corner and bring it down to copy the formula. And then I'm going to bring the decimal points down to 0. And there's my percentage. Okay? Not too bad. Now, if you go back to your lab, here's a document. Okay, here's lab 4. And it says enable editing. And it says insert data table here. Table 1. So you can go here. Notice that on your Excel, this is table 1 and this is table 2. That's why this tab says table 1 and 2. And then you have table 3 here. You have table 4 over here. So for table 1, you're going to grab all this stuff all the way to, let's go ahead and move this down. And let's center it. We need to make it look presentable. Let's center everything. Center it. Under Home, under Alignment, click on Center. There. Does that look better? There's your totals. I'll go ahead and bold that. Very nice. So we're going to grab all that garbage out to here. Right mouse button, copy, go to your Word document. Again, highlight that area right here. So you go. I think the first one is the best choice. And then you click right here. This allows you to choose the entire table, and then you can center it. Ooh, that doesn't look right, does it? Let's undo that. Let's undo it. Let's undo it. Let's try something different. Let's just do this part of the table. Just like that. Because after all, this data is up here anyways. So let's copy that. This needs to look good. Okay, we're going to go with the first one. We're going to click on the block on the upper left-hand corner. We're going to choose Center. And that looks a lot better. And I'm going to tell you, if you want to do something else, what I would do is highlight every other row on here and then press and hold Control. Press and hold Control and then do every other row. Highlight every other row. Because what you're trying to do is you're trying to make data look easy to find and aesthetically pleasing. In other words, it has to look good to the eye. If you can't do this, you need to work on your hand-eye coordination. Okay? Let go of Control, and then you're going to do a right mouse click, and then you're going to go to Table Properties, and then you're going to go to Borders and Shading. You're going to go to Shading. You're going to down click on Fill, and you're going to choose a pretty color like light blue. And then you click on OK and OK, and look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that elegant? If you want to, you can do it one more time down here. We'll highlight that one. Right mouse button, Table Properties, Borders and Shading, Let's choose a light yellow. That's not too bad. See, that makes it easy for your audience to see that. Table 2. So let's grab table 2 while we're at it. Here's table 2. That should be all of it. Let's see what happens. So I highlight this area here. Right mouse button. And we're going to choose the first option. We're going to click on the table. We're going to center it. See this part right here? It looks funny. That's because it doesn't have enough room. So you have to move that out. There we go. Now it fits. See that? Table 2, there's your questions. Feel free to answer your questions. Okay, we have to do table 3. So let's go ahead and save this because we haven't gotten there yet. Data table. Save it. Okay. Now we have 2 more activities to do. And I'm going to pause a little bit, okay?